Today, I'm going to be talking about this man. I am going to be talking about this Christian, Steve Harvey. Now, to be honest with you guys, I actually think that he is one of the most disgusting Christians that I have ever come across. Now, I did make a video about him about a year ago, I believe, and I will place it in the description just in case some of you are unfamiliar with it. Now, in that video, you guys will actually see just how disgusting he can actually be with people who are simply different. Now, before I start talking about this morally superior Christian who puts himself on a pedestal that he thinks is somehow higher than everyone else, I am going to take this opportunity to share a story with you guys about Flint, Michigan and a horrible water crisis that they have over there. Now, the reason why I am talking about this story is because of the fact that this Christian, Steve Harvey, and his idiotic comments he made are related to this. Now, with all of that said, let's get to it, and please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below after the video. I would really appreciate that. Now, of course, I am sure that you guys are aware of the Flint water crisis and the crooked and duplicitous politicians behind it. Many people in Flint were suffering. They probably still are when it comes to the contaminated water that they literally have to face every single day of their lives. I am sure that there are several people who have gotten sick because of the contaminated water. Now, for a while, it seemed like nothing was being done about this. That was until I came across a story today that I'm going to share with you guys. Now, I personally think that the sad, and I want to put emphasis on sad part about all of this, is the fact that it took something tragic to happen before people started doing something about this. So let's get into it here and now. Now, the story itself starts off by saying Flint, Michigan. Michigan Attorney General Bill Schwett has charged 5 water officials, including a member of Governor Rick Snyder's cabinet and a former emergency manager, with manslaughter related to their alleged failure to act in during the Flint water crisis. Now, Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Director Nick Lyon, former Flint emergency manager Darnell Early, former City of Flint Water Department manager Howard Croft, Michigan Department of Environmental Quality's drinking water chief Lion Schechter, I believe, Smith, and former district supervisor Stephen Bush will all face involuntary manslaughter charges related to their alleged failure to act in the Flint water crisis, Schwett announced in a release on Wednesday, June 14th. Now, involuntary manslaughter is a felony punishable, by up to 15 years in prison and or a $7,500 fine. Now, the manslaughter charges are connected to the death, and I want to put emphasis on death for all you idiots out there who made this happen, basically, of Robert Skidmore, who died December 13th, 2015, due to the area's Legionnaire's disease outbreak. Now, charges against Lyon were authorized early on Wednesday, June 14th, by Genesee District Judge David Gwynn Early. Croft, Bush, and Schechter Smith have all previously been charged in connection to the water crisis. Now, to be honest with you guys, I am actually glad that this is being done. I am actually glad that these rich and selfish idiots are facing jail time. As far as I'm concerned, they deserve every minute of it. They have damaged so many lives, and I am glad that this is going to be coming to a stop. The thing that worries me, though, is the fact that when it comes to wealthy people like this, history tells us that they usually get away with it. I don't know. Only time will tell, I guess. Those people in that city did not deserve any of this at all in any way, shape, or form. The problem is money, greed, and all types of other things got in the way. Now, from what I understand, whenever there was money, it wouldn't even go to where it was supposed to go. I hope that these poor excuses for human beings actually get jail time. There needs to be an example made out of them, as far as I'm concerned. That is the only way things will actually get done. We are talking about innocent lives here that are at risk every single day. This needs to be taken a little more seriously. Flint, Michigan needs a break. Flint, Michigan needs to be safe so that people can actually feel safe working and living there. That is all there is to it, plain and simple. And that is all I have to say about this. So let's get to good old Christian Steve Harvey. Flint, Michigan. Social media has been abuzz about comments comedian Steve Harvey made about the Flint water crisis on his morning radio talk show after the Cleveland Cavaliers lost in Game 5 of the NBA Finals to the Golden State Warriors. Harvey, who is a Cleveland fan and once lived in Ohio, took a call from a man who said he was from Flint, who told Harvey that Cleveland didn't deserve Jack. Harvey apparently made reference to the man's lack of having clean water to shower in due to the Flint crisis, according to many Facebook posts. A user on Facebook recorded the aftermath of the conversation. In the video, the words Steve Harvey could be seen on the vehicle's radio screen. Harvey's co host could be heard telling him that he should apologize. I wasn't talking about the city of Flint, Harvey told his co hosts. I was talking about him. Harvey continued on to say he gonna call in and say Cleveland don't deserve Jack and he over there bathing in all that silver water. The caller was still on the line at this point and told Harvey he was D from Flint Town. Before taking the next caller, Harvey told the caller there was one more thing. Go ahead, the caller said. Enjoy your nice brown glass of water, Harvey said. Now, I would play the audio for you guys, but something tells me that my video would probably get struck with a copyright violation. So instead, if you guys want to hear it, it will be in the article that is in the description. So let's just take the time to talk about Steve Harvey and his morally bankrupt behavior. There's one thing that everybody notices when Christians open their mouth and just simply let that diarrhea fall out. They almost always say that it simply was just a joke, right? Steve does this so he can have the security that he doesn't have to be held accountable for what he says or what he does. That is what Christians like this do. It's easy for rich Christians to talk like this because they get to live that good life where they don't have to worry about anyone else but themselves. So it's easy for them to shit on people who are less fortunate. So much for that Christian morality that I always hear about. Then this guy has the audacity to say that atheists don't have morals. Are you kidding me? Really? Now, what pisses me off about all of this is the fact that Steve Harvey thought that it was perfectly fine to talk this shit despite the fact that, like I said in the beginning, people have died from this water incident. You guys have seen the article, or should I say, heard about it when I talked about it. Now, Steve Harvey and many other Christians like him have completely lost touch with reality. Now, in my eyes, that is what a fairy tale does to you. That is what Christianity in its entirety does to a human being. Do you guys see what the problem is? I know that I do. Those people in Flint are out there struggling every single day with the water issues that they have to face, while this rich ass Christian gets to talk shit while probably sitting on a 24 karat gold bidet. Will this morally bankrupt Christian get away with this? He probably will. If you are a rich Christian, you can get away with pretty much everything, and that is sad if you ask me. I will tell you guys this much. I will always be here to call this garbage out. I will always be here to pull these morally bankrupt Christians with their morally bankrupt religion out into the light for everyone to see. They like to think that they have all of the answers to everything. In reality, they don't have shit.